waiting to see. Oh, we're live. There we go. I was like kind of unsure when we're going to be live or not live. I don't know. It's hard to tell with these things. So thanks so much for joining us. I want to welcome everyone to the Woman Entrepreneur Pajama Party interview series. This is where women with the entrepreneur spirit and women who are aspiring, who want to be entrepreneurs and seasoned, women who have been entrepreneurs for a long time, come together to share as a community and gaining inspiration, mentoring, and tools we need to grow our business at the same time that we grow ourselves. I am Cindy Cohen. I'm a registered nurse, and for 26 years, an entrepreneur, and 18 of them, I've been the owner of See to Your Health, LLC. And in 2018, I founded the nonprofit organization, See to Your Health Women's Initiative. What we do is we provide mentoring and leadership building for high school girls, women who are looking to become entrepreneurs, new startups, and seasoned entrepreneurs too. So each year we host a Women's Entrepreneur Summit in November, which is right now, and celebrating National Women's Entrepreneurship Day. In the United States, 39% of businesses are women-owned. In St. Joe County, where we live, Gwen and I live, and the surrounding counties, women entrepreneurs consist of about 2 to 3% of the businesses, according to the 2012 census. So the new census is coming soon, maybe. So we'll see the new statistics. See to Your Health Women's Initiative aims to change those statistics by providing women entrepreneurship mentoring, classes, women entrepreneur excellence certification, and this summit that's coming up. So the summit is November 19th, just 2 weeks away. And today our guest is Gwen Nolton. And she's been to a couple of our summits, and she's going to be sharing her experience with us. So thanks, Gwen, for coming and being our guest today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, that's good. So let's start by you telling us a little bit about yourself and about your background. That way we can all get to know you a little better.
Okay, awesome. My name is Gwen Nolton, as you know. I am a specialized life coach. I specialize in neuro coaching, somatic coaching, and trauma coaching. I have a degree in social work, but I chose to do something a little bit different than therapy because I had a chronically ill child that nobody could seem to figure out what was wrong with. At the point in which we were experiencing a lot of just really inappropriate treatment and abuse from doctors because they couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. And it just really felt like they were projecting onto us like something was wrong with her because she was sick. I started studying and had prepared to go to medical school. But once I found naturopathic medicine, I fell in love and started in those studies. Along the way, I discovered the power of the brain and neuroscience, and I just fell in love. Like that was all she wrote, and I was able to be lucky enough to be in a position where I got to combine my two passions of social work and mind-body medicine, so to speak. And when you learned how the brain works, by changing the brain, you change somebody's entire life. So that's what my specialty is, and that's kind of how I got where I got.
Wow, that's amazing. What a great story. A lot of times it's those personal experiences that drive us into the area that we get to discover what our passion is. As a lot of women, everybody, unless you have an experience with like specific areas, like you wouldn't even know, like if nothing had happened to your daughter, she led a perfectly healthy life. You wouldn't even know this is what you wanted to do.
Exactly.
So it's really pretty amazing. Life's amazing, I think.
It is because honestly, I think like when I was 12, this was exactly what I wanted to do, but I didn't know that this was the route to get there. And right. I had kind of put it down to do something else and just I landed here. And that's amazing to me.
That's awesome. So you know what? We offer mentoring, and during the mentoring sessions, I'm often asked, like, how does someone find their passion? I mean, that seems to be kind of a big question where people sort of, I guess they don't get enough life experience, or maybe they just never thought about it. But I mean, like, how did you really know, like, this is it?
There's just something that happens to you inside. I had a couple other this is it moments. And I think that was allowed to happen because had I not had those this is it moments, I would have not been qualified or prepared for this particular this is it moment, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think that the biggest thing about finding your passion was I've always had a passion for it goes deeper than helping people. I had a lot of trauma in my life growing up. Um, I was raised by my grandparents in an all-white community. I felt like I didn't belong. Nobody looked like me. My mom struggled with mental illness, and so it was like being repeatedly abandoned all the time. And I remember being 11 or 12 years old and going, God, just show me how to make it so nobody else ever has to feel like I feel now.
Oh,
And I lived my life from that place. It was always from that place, and that never changed. But I think for other people, you don't have to have trauma to find your passion. It's the thing of what would you do if you didn't get paid for it? What's that thing that drives you? What's that thing that you think about in your quiet moments? What's that thing that you do because it makes your heart happy?
wow, that sounds amazing. Well, they say if you do what you love, it's never work, right?
True.
So that's a good thing because boy, we do a lot of work as entrepreneurs.
That is the truth.
So, but so anyway, so 38% of businesses worldwide are owned by women. I mean, it's not a lot. I was pretty surprised to see that. I mean, in a way, I was surprised it was so low, and then on the other hand, I was kind of surprised it was so high. So I kind of came from both sides of that. And studies show that women who utilize mentoring, um, it helps them to break down barriers that only women face. Like men have their own barriers too, but women have specific ones just for them. And it really helps women to have a mentor. As a matter of fact, the studies show SCORE, as a matter of fact, SCORE, if you are familiar with that organization, is an amazing organization to help you in your business. But anyways, they statistically say that if you use a mentor, it actually excels your business or accelerates your success by 33%. And that's what we're doing here today. We're providing mentoring to all of our viewers. So Gwen, as a mentor coach in your own business journey, looking over kind of what's happened to you, like what advice has helped you the most and who did you get it from?
Gosh, I think the advice that helped me the most was from another coach, therapist person.
Oh.
I remember my first aha moment being with a friend of mine, Rhonda Gibson Willis.
Oh, sure.
She's a speaker, pretty well known in the area, but she's also a friend. And I remember she looked at me one day and she looked at me and she goes, "Girl, do it afraid. What would you do if you weren't afraid? Do that."
Right, advice.
And it changed everything. And I remember just like for a full month, every day in the shower, that was my like topic of shower conversation was, okay, what am I scared of and how am I going to do it?
Oh, that's so great.
And it really did. It really guided me in the right direction because I think that, we're afraid to be great. We have confused the ability of being successful and walking in our greatness and our own with not being humble. I think that it's kind of like this emotional pink tax we pay. Like we can't be too much this or too much that, or we're considered to be a bitch, you know what I mean?
Right,
and
exactly.
it's like we're not supposed to walk in our power, or we're only supposed to walk in it in a way that makes other people feel comfortable. That's not true, because as a neuro coach, one thing I can tell you is the most important moments come in the uncomfortable. It comes in the awkward moments. It comes in the misunderstandings, because that's when if you do it correctly, that's when it breeds that communication that brings a deeper understanding and respect for one another. So that hands down was the best advice I was ever given. Do it afraid.
Wow, that's amazing. How great advice. Oh my gosh. So, what advice then would you give someone else, a woman who's just starting her business?
I'm sorry, you went away.
Oh, so
Hold on 1 second. Let me see. I'm having technical difficulties here.
can you hear me?
Okay.
Hello?
Hello. I can barely hear you. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Oh, I wonder if something changed for me. Let's see.
Okay. I think you flipped out from my earbuds, is what happened.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. It's quiet, but I think we'll make it work. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, good. So, what advice would you give a woman who's just getting started?
The same advice. Do it
Don't be
afraid.
afraid.
Focus on the things that you're confident in. Focus on what your moneymaker is. Focus on your strengths and not your weaknesses. One of my biggest hangups in starting the business was that I've always been so scared of what I didn't know. Like, I can rock my area of coaching. I have studied hard to be an expert in my field. So I can do coaching all day. But then when you start talking finances and you start talking IT, it's that whole, and then I realized I don't have to. Those are the things to hire out. My moneymaker is creating content. My moneymaker is getting people in the door and helping them heal in the way that I know how. Because for me, I give myself permission to be really confident in that area because I believe that's why the divine put me here. God put me here to do this. Like, I know this is why I have breath in my body. So that part, I don't want to say it's effortless, but that just kind of comes with the package. It's the other stuff. So I don't focus on the other stuff. I focus on getting the best people who that's their passion to get that done. And I, no question, oh my gosh, when I got over impressions, I wanted to make such a good impression and I didn't want to come across stupid to the people that I respected. So I didn't ask a lot of questions I should have asked because I didn't want them to think that I was stupid. And that's the honest truth. And when I got over that, I was like, you need to know, put down your pride. You can't worry. What they think of you is none of your business. And there's nothing shameful about trying to get more knowledge. And so I just started asking everybody. I mean, I ask you a million questions when I see. So I think that's the biggest thing. You'll find your tribe in your vulnerabilities. Ask those questions.
That's great. So, with so much going on these days, it's hard not to be distracted. What key activities would you recommend for women entrepreneurs to invest their time in?
What brings you joy? The biggest thing I think is slowing down. The biggest thing I think also is taking a moment to breathe and recognizing that you don't have time not to have time to take care of yourself. It's one thing to get pedicures and your nails done and massages. I'm a big advocate for all of that. Love that. But I think where I get my moments of clarity are when I'm feeling my most stress, I will stop. Wow. Because I will take a shower or I will do some yoga or meditative breathe. Because there's this saying, I don't remember the exact quote, but basically it's a baseball quote, is if you want to hit the ball, look away for a second.
Oh.
And that, I think it applies when I'm under my most pressure. If I just look away for a second, I can look back with clarity.
Oh, that sounds great. So I know that you attended the Women's Entrepreneur Summit last year. Do you mind sharing with us a minute your thoughts about the summit and how it helped you in your business?
Sure. So the summit was amazing. It was so much more than I thought it was going to be. I just thought it was next level caliber. And I met so many amazing women there that are now dear friends. They are my friends that through this whole COVID situation and through this response, they're the ones who are popping on Messenger every day going, hey girl, how you doing? You okay? Because they know that, I'm a trauma coach. I've been swamped throughout this, praise them. Yeah. At the same time, it's a lot. It's a lot to go that fast. And so they've been the ones who they get it. I literally found my tribe through the summit. I met people who are forever friends. Vita Harris, she's well known in the community. Just a lot of different people who I now at this point in my journey of not only my business but my life, I could not imagine my life without them. It was invaluable. It just, I can't say enough about it.
Well, hey, thanks.
No, thank you. That was, look, as kids say, that was dope.
Exactly. So moving forward, what's next for you?
So what's next for me is my book and getting the programming trademarked. We've got this programming down to the place that we're healing people from their trauma in 7 weeks flat.
Wow.
And we've had some pretty severe cases, still 7 weeks. It's 7 weeks of tools that if you do the work will transform your life. So we're putting it in book form because we're kind of topped out at how far I can go at this level. And so we're preparing it to go online for a course and in the book work. And also extending our reach into writing into different community resources. To my knowledge, I'm the only tapper in the area, the person that specializes in EFT and master tapping. My daughter is graduating with a degree in psychology in May, and she's also going to be another master tapper that we have. So we're hoping to branch out into some schools and do some training, and also into the VA department, because the VA and the FDA have now recognized tapping, that particular tool that I use a lot in our practice, as approved for trauma. So we're really excited about what we're doing.
Wait a minute, what's that? Tapping.
Okay, so tapping is also called EFT, or emotional freedom technique. And what it does is, it just like your body has a digestive and circulatory system, your mind does too, and your emotions. So everybody's kind of heard the term meridians, which are different lines in your body, like the digestive tract, throughout your body, that your emotions travel through to process. By tapping, like on the acupressure points on your body, we're able to disrupt those thoughts and memories and literally rewrite the hardware of your brain. It's phenomenal.
That sounds amazing.
It is. You can do anything with tapping. You can tap your way out of anxiety. We can use tapping literally like Tylenol. I've been able to teach people how to do this, and they're able to keep pain away for up to 4 hours. It is absolutely phenomenal. I do not know why this hasn't become common practice, but I intend to get the word out.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, we'll be luckier for it, I'll tell you. There's a lot of people out there looking for something just like that. A non-medication. Yeah, like a non-medication treatment, right? We're really into that these days. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
So as the community of women entrepreneurs, how can we best support you and your business on your journey?
Well, find me, watch our videos. You can find me at www.coachingwithgwen. If you know people who are hurting and in need of a life change, who, they need their brain trained out of trauma, send me the referrals. The whole thing is that this is not about growing a business. This is my way of changing the world and making it a better place. This is my contribution to society, because when you teach people how to walk in their truth and in their authenticity and power, it makes for a kinder, gentler, safer world. Because when people feel safe, that resonates in their relationships, in their families, and socially, and in their businesses. And so that creates a kinder, gentler society. So this is my way of making the world a better place. So, if this sounds like something that resonates with you, call me, book me, check my website out. I think we all know somebody who, would be blessed by healing. And we do a really good job. Like I think the thing that gets lost in a lot of helping practitioners is, most helping practitioners have caring, loving hearts. I truly believe that. But where people get lost is, it's not just about you taking in my service. It's about you. They're just as much a part of my journey as I am theirs.
this healing, they have to do the work to get the healing. This is not me fixing them. This is them fixing them.
Right.
And so it's a really hard, vulnerable process. And they've allowed me to come in their life and do that on the most intimate of levels emotionally. That means everything to me. I respect that. I honor that. And I love every single one of them for that. And it's, it's really funny because I have a lot of my clients that they will come to their first appointment, and by their second appointment, it happens all the time, they feel safe in there and they go, Gwen, I know it might sound inappropriate, but I gotta tell you, I love you. I was like, I love you too, girl. But
That's so great, right?
That create that connection.
Well, thank you. It's time for us to close this show up. So thanks for joining us today and sharing your business tips and insights and your courageous acts. Thank you all of you out there, and for sharing this time with us. We know you're very busy. It's really hard to take a little time out of your day, but you know what? This is time well spent. It's like working on your business because you're learning from other people's experiences, and we, as women entrepreneurs, we need to all come together as a community so that we can admire each other's gifts and talents, and also connect with them. Because as we all, no matter where you are in your entrepreneur journey, if you know a little bit more than the person you're talking to, you're not an expert. So we have a whole world of experts all out there, all just waiting for someone to ask them for help, because I believe women entrepreneurs have such a generous heart that they are willing to help other people, no matter where you are in your journey, try to help find your way through this crazy maze. So C Tier Health Women's Initiative, Inc. is a 501c3 nonprofit organization supporting women entrepreneurs in our community. We provide mentoring to high school girls, women in college, and women from low-income neighborhoods. This November, which is we're in right now, 19th, and just a few days away, the Women's Entrepreneur Summit will be virtual, so it's a brand new experience for us. Making all the great education and training available anywhere in the world who speaks English, right? So anyone, anywhere who's listening to this can definitely become part of the Women's Entrepreneur Summit. And also we'll have that great networking on our virtual platform too. I know it's hard to imagine, but just trust me, you're gonna really love it. It's really amazing. I mean, after all, I'm all about networking. So if I could never go anywhere or invite you anywhere that there isn't networking, so believe me, you will be actually meeting people face to face at the summit, and that sounds interesting to you, then you should come. So after you register, you'll be able to see all the 19 speakers that we have this year and 20 exhibitors. And we're also offering it with a full 30-day access, which means if you register on November 19th, you'll be able to watch all the presentations and exhibitor areas for 30 days. So if the 19th doesn't work for you, you don't have to come on that day. You can come anytime until December 20th. And you know what? I actually kind of like that because, the presentations are very fast. They're 10 minutes a piece. So if you just blink your eyes, you're gonna miss it. So this way you can replay it, watch it as much as you want, get the contact information for the people who are speaking, and network with them. So to get involved and to learn about the summit, our organization, volunteer, we always love volunteers, make a donation, we love that, to our scholarship program, because what we do is we help women who would not normally be able to pay for the summit come through a scholarship program. And we also have scholarships for women who are interested in mentoring. So we're always looking for donations to that. And you can learn more about the summit and about what we're doing at C Tier Health Women's Initiative on the summit website. So you can go there, www.women's, like more than one, women'sentrepreneur.summit.org, or you can go to C Tier Health Women's Initiative website, which is www.c2, right, like YMCA, C2 Your Health, C2YHWI.org. So we look forward to seeing you all at the summit and meeting you back up here. We're going to be having Pajama Party interviews every day this week, so be sure and tune in so that you can see them. Until then, stay healthy, stay connected, and stay you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.